He said press record.
So this nigga want all that.
Yo, what was y'all worst breakup?
Who you gonna go first, Nas, man?
No.
We gonna jump right into it. What was y'all worst breakup?
Man, I guess my first breakup was my first girlfriend.
How old was you?
I had to be like 19, 20. I know I was out of high school though, and it's funny because I always be like, I ain't getting no girlfriend. You know what I mean? Because I always think all girls was whores and shit. So that shit. So that bitch proved me right though.
I was just about to ask you. Describe the night of the breakup though. Like what happened?
Man, like so I guess mine was kind of like a period of a breakup. I remember the night I had a fucking migraine. Like every time I get a migraine, something bad normally happens. I guess that's my superpower. I really don't know. But, I had a migraine, so I'm upstairs in the room in the bed. I'm laying down. It had to be like 10 o'clock, but this is summertime. You already know how it used to be around 3:45.
Yeah, all night. Yeah.
Everybody downstairs and shit, and I'm on my phone. I'm just on Twitter, scrolling. Then I just see like a bunch of people mentioning my chick at the time, right? So what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm in the bed on my deathbed and shit with a migraine. So you already know how bad it was hurting to look at that fucking cell phone.
So what was they saying in the mentions?
So the part I remember is like, this is a while ago, was though that nigga corny for saying that, like he was really in love with you. How could he do that to you? Like niggas.
So people messaged.
It was like, yeah,
it was like a bunch of bitches like mentioning her, like basically giving her support.
Yeah.
So what the fuck they supporting her for? Like, fuck this black woman empowerment going on. Like what the fuck is going on? So I did some nut shit. So I'm like, let me go through the mentions then. Now I'm reading it, like, and then I see somebody drop the track. Like I'm not saying no names. Trust me. I don't want to say no names.
Somebody dropped what?
They dropped the track, but they was talking about all the bitches that they was smashing. It was like 2 or 3 niggas in there. It was 3 niggas, and that's how I was doing too much because I had to listen to the 3rd verse to hear my bitch name.
He listened to the whole song. You get that nigga a down,
bro. I get a nigga a view, and the track was corny. The concept was hot though.
Come on, bro. The track was corny because that was your bitch name. That's why.
No, niggas ain't had no bars except for that one bar I heard. That shit was hot. Like it was so hot because I was laying down, and then when I finally heard it, I jumped right out the bed like, "Oh my bitch."
So what was the bar though? Just leave the name out though. What was the bar?
I'm gonna leave the name out because I got respect for her, so I don't want to do that to her. But you know what I mean? If you watching this, I apologize. But
this nigga, man.
It was like dick sucks and dick will leave it up to Lord. And it wasn't that long ago. I know you still remember. That's crazy that I still remember the fucking bar.
He still do that.
So for the people that's watching, whatever girl named Round would remember, that's probably who he talking about.
You know what I mean? That's how I knew it was hot though. You know what I'm saying? But I jumped out my bed like, what the fuck? I know I'm not tripping now, mind you. I go downstairs, niggas playing 2K, niggas smoking. Niggas is vibing out, bro. I had the migraine and shit. So I go downstairs in my drawers and I'm like, yo, I hear this shit, and I played it for him.
So that's 2 views silly you gave that nigga.
I get silly me, right? I played it for him. It's like 13 niggas downstairs, and as soon as that bar came, but everybody was like, "That's your bitch." So everybody just was like, "Yo, been laughing, clowning me." That shit was funny at first because it was like it was a shock. I ain't know, how serious it was. So I'm texting like, yo, what's up with that? Like, I think I sent her the quote with a bar and everything. Like, and she was like, yeah, that's somebody I used to mess with. I didn't think that he would do some shit like that. And so that kind of like, I was salty for a couple of days. Like I took all our pictures off my fucking Twitter. I thought, bitch, don't post you out the world. I was embarrassed.
Tried to erase the history.
Yeah, pictures of her on your gram.
Yeah, take that shit down. That's probably like, you know what? No cap. That's probably the only girl I ever had up on my social media. If I'm now I think about it, like relationship wise.
So that traumatized you then?
I guess that shaped me because
you still got
PTSD. I mean, I guess you would say that because I don't do social media relationships no more. I don't give a fuck who it is. Like I could get married today or tomorrow and I'm still not posting my wife. I'd rather not even have social media.
Wow.
Because my life is my life. Like at the end of the day, so I don't live for social media. I'm at the point in my life where I don't want to post on social media like that no more. So That's probably what it is. That event could have shaped me. I
was just about to ask you. You think
I
that
ain't
had
gonna
something
deny
to do? That got something to do with what you went through?
I mean, it can. Like,
Because that's part of the reason why I don't do it. Because that shit is an embarrassment where you got your girl and y'all all up there one day and then the next day all the pictures deleted though. So everybody just gonna automatically assume like, damn, oh, they just broke up.
A nigga dropping a hot bar, I think that's more embarrassing.
I don't want to speak with that social media shit.
so
I want to speak with that social media shit.
I hope this shit don't go viral though. But, I texted, you know, I was like, damn, what's up with this, that, and the third. She kind of like explained it to me like that she was going on for a minute and that just was corny, whatever the case may be. Now what made me mad because
he had 2 bars though, all right, bitch. That explained the first joint, the dick sucks in the will, but the second part is it wasn't that long ago. I know you remember. Explain that part though. How'd she get out of that part?
No, I honestly I didn't care about that part because she just became my girl. So it could have not been that long ago. It really could have been a month ago. Like I heard, that wasn't my girl. I was fucking around, okay. So that's fine with me. And he wasn't my girl at the time, so I really didn't care about that. But what made me mad is I'm like, bitch, you never sucked my dick in a car. Like, I want some dick sucks in a car. Like I was using my brother's car at the time. So fuck that. I want some dick sucks in a pilot. Like no, that's probably before the pilot. That's probably like the ultimate. Yeah, that was the ultimate back then. And I kind of I did take it back, but at that point I was so a nut ass nigga. I was like, man, bitch, don't post me up on your social media no more. Like, if she used to try to tweet and mention me or something, I wouldn't respond. I'm like, I didn't want to do the. You right, that probably did shit because I didn't want to do the social media shit no more. Like,
ever again, like
I'm like, no, man, fuck that shit. That shit was like real embarrassing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, cause you my girlfriend at the time when this shit happened. Now, if you wasn't my girl, that's probably a whole different story because you could do what you want to do. I don't give a fuck. But you was my girlfriend at the time, and I really had you up on my page and shit. So that was like weird to me. So I was like, man, so we still was fucking with each other after that, but I really wasn't trying to do no social media shit with her no more. Like I was done with that shit. Like fuck that. Like I got embarrassed at
And you said you was 19, 20, right?
Yeah, so
the age now, if that was to happen right now, what would be your reaction?
It probably wouldn't even affect me because at the end of the day I don't do social media relationships. So if I do hear a bar like that about a bitch, oh okay. Like it's not embarrassment. Now I got to ask how long ago it was. Was it before? Because how long ago was like, respectfully, because people gonna do shit all the time and like niggas like expose girls and put videos of them getting fucked. That doesn't make them like a whore. Like you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just another ass nigga who did some of that shit.
Unless you on a video getting the train ran on you.
That's a different story.
Yeah, you got video proof or something. That's different.
But if you're just getting busy, then I'm saying
that was the red flag, but. She's like my worst breakup because the breakup really happened was, I think like 3 months after that, some bitch DM me. Now I know I got Twitter famous because obviously.
He said I got Twitter famous.
Obviously, but
no, bro. That's my deepest fear though. Like that's back to the posting chicks on social media though. What if you post a chick on social media, then a random nigga that you don't know just tag another nigga with laughing emojis?
Man, but what's that about though? You got
that's what I'm saying though. Like so when you said that made me think of like a situation like that though.
No,
like,
that's disrespectful.
You said I was Twitter famous.
No, because you directing that energy towards me.
Yeah,
see the boy that was rapping, he was directing that energy towards her. He didn't know if she had a nigga or not. That's just what he was gonna put out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what he was gonna do.
Now, if you tag me in a post that I posted my chick, if you tag your homie
another
in
nigga with
laughing like, come on, bro, like, what's up with that?
It's my deepest fear, bro.
They don't niggas,
why?
Man, that's crazy.
Why?
What you mean why? For the exact reason why we just explaining it now. That shit is goofy. I don't want to be Twitter famous like that.
I think that was a rap. That's different. I think like if you mess with a girl who probably had like a crazy background, man, yeah, ain't no girl no saint. So you get what I'm saying. So we can't even judge them for what they do technically. But nigga, your girl ain't no Virgin Mary. Nigga, fuck you talking about? The way she suck your dick, obviously she had practice. And she used to suck a good dick too, so I knew what he was talking about that.
He's still going back to that joke. Yeah, that shit still
that shit hurt.
That shit still fucking with.
Don't put that foot out.
No, he started rapping that to that too. He wanted. Remember he started rapping that to that Nas?
Yeah, he was.
No, I was rapping before that though. Good joke though. I was about to do a diss track against the nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga.
Listen, my worst breakup, y'all already know.
Yeah, I already know.
I already know. That shit was terrible, bro. My daughter mom, bro. I was how old was I at the time? Probably like 19, 20. That shit, everything happened when you 19 or 20, right?
Yeah, everything.
Around the same age. That's when you really go through your first heartbreak.
19 and 20. I was doing bad, bro. That was my first breakup. That was my first like real breakup. Like I broke up with bitches before. I had relationships before though, but for some reason this shit hit different. Like these was one of the breakups your mom warned you about. Like it was one of those Jones. Like I can't tell you, but the night of the breakup, we arguing about some dumb shit. Like we arguing about some fucking dumb shit. Like we going back and forth, whatever. So I ended up shutting up. She was the type of chick that like always wanted to get the last word. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Always wanted to get the last word. So she talking, I'll let it go. We quiet for like 5 minutes. After 5 minutes go, she bring that shit back up. Don't show that Kevin Hart joke. Like he said, I sip of my goddamn juice. Like 5 minutes later. So she brought that shit back up. So I said, yo, shut up. She stopped for a little bit. Brought it back up 2 minutes later. So as she was talking shit, she had a plate of food in her hand. Remind you, we in my room though. She had a plate of food in her hand. I got up. I ain't want to hit her, so I smacked the plate of food on the ground. That was my only move. That's all I had at the time. I smacked the joint on the ground.
Never play with nobody food.
I said, shut the fuck up. So I smacked the joint on the ground.
Bro.
He really was mad.
Yeah, that's going too far.
You really was
He
mad.
said it's going too far.
Yeah.
And it was on my floor too. So
And then you had to clean it up afterwards, bro? Like, come on, bro.
No, she cleaned it up.
Oh, all right.
She cleaned it up. But as she was cleaning up, she was like talking shit, but like, you know, the pitch went down a little bit though. So I'm like, all right, I'm cool, whatever the case may be. So after she picked the food up, I think she said something else. This shit fuzzy. I think she said something else, right? So long story short, we just I ended up gripping her up. I remember like it was just, I remember just gripping her up like on my door and shit. Like I had my hand around her neck. I wasn't choking. I just, you know, like, bitch, this what I could do to you. Like what are those jaws? So I just remember her getting real serious. She's like, get off me. He
going federal. He going federal.
Wait,
He's speaking on this is a statute.
I wasn't. Listen. I wasn't going. Listen,
at the camera. I don't support the mess around.
Yeah, I support all women, bro. Yeah, like.
All right, well, listen. Don't cancel me. I was 19 to 20.
No, it's a statute of limitation, bro. You got to chill.
Listen. Do a follow-up question on what will I do it now?
All right, what you doing now, Kane?
What I do it now? Probably. I'll fuck a bitch up.
Oh,
no.
This nigga Ike.
This nigga choke slammed. That's crazy.
I didn't slam it. It was just one of them joints like, this is what I can do. Like, I just wanted her to shut up, though.
You wanted to flex your
don't
authority.
be one like, come on, like, it's not that it ain't like I'm silencing a young black woman.
Go ahead,
bro, but y'all know what I mean when chicks just keep going. Like,
I understand what they mean when they keep going, but I ain't doing no choking. I ain't speaking.
All right, well. We gotta have a girl.
That was past. That was a pass.
Yeah. So all right. So
that ass nigga, go ahead.
No. So she calmed down. Though. Everything was cool. We ain't really talked for that rest of the night though. We said little shit to each other though, but we ain't really say nothing the rest of the night. I remember going to work the next day, and then when I came back home, all her shit was gone.
He was hurt. He was sorry. He didn't even know.
No, I'm thinking everything cool though. Like, you know, we had arguments before this, that, and the third. I think this was the straw that broke her camel's back.
Yeah, because you put your
it's like because she was living with me at the time, so she had like shampoo bottles, lotion. You know how like all that shit.
That nigga felt like Will Smith.
It's like
everything was missing.
It's like she moved in it. Like at one point she actually moved in. So my room was filled with her shit. I didn't know how much my room was filled with her shit until I came back. I got off a shift one day. I came back home. Everything was fucking missing.
No candles there.
So I go downstairs. I'm living with my mom.
Bar of soup.
I go downstairs. I say, Mom, you seen her? I'm like, where's such and such at? She's like, yeah, I ain't know what she was doing though, but I seen her leaving with a trash bag full of stuff. I thought she was cleaning or something. I said, whew, no, Mom, she left. That's when that shit started for me though.
It's the development of Parking Lot Heen. This nigga used to come around our crib 2 months straight every day, outside with a port.
It was so bad for me. I used to want to talk to anybody that listened.
Whoever walked past this nigga,
anybody that listened though,
used to run through a brick a day talking about this bitch. Man.
It used to get to a point if I'm talking to somebody and shit, I just bring her, you got girl? They were like, no, I ain't got girl. I'm like, yeah, keep it that way, man. just so they can ask me what happened.
This nigga was torn, cuz.
He let
This
the
nigga,
world
yo,
know
we
his
used to
pain.
call nigga in the parking lot. He ain't, bro. You would come around. You didn't even want to come in the house with all the niggas. You like, no, bro. You
I ain't
busy?
feel like that energy
Bro,
though.
you busy real quick. Come outside.
Come outside, talk to niggas for an hour.
I wanted to talk, bro.
That's
You know
funny,
how
bro.
bad it is though? It's even worse to step up. It got so bad that I called every single one of my exes and apologized to them.
Damn. Now, I
I
ain't
thought
gonna lie.
you had PTSD, Tonka. This nigga was for
No,
real.
bro.
No,
I
my shit. Not. I'm keeping it real. Like, got to a point where I called every last one of my shit because I knew how that shit felt. I said, yo, if I ever,
I apologize. I apologize for the way I left your crib
Yeah,
the
I'm
other
sorry.
day.
Listen, babe. I'm sorry. Look, that nigga started playing the song. I'm doing just fine.
no, real shit. Like, it got that bad. Like, I called him like, yo, I apologize for everything that I like.
But then shout out to
I
her.
said
that
how
she
I
changed
feel.
you,
I
bro,
said
to
how
a
I
good
feel.
man.
No, I was on some nut shit though, because I wouldn't do that now. I was on some nut shit, but I was just ready to talk to anybody that fucking listen, man.
I know, bro. You could cut this out if you don't want this part. But I remember one time we was on the parking lot. He was like,
This is crazy.
because it's funny that
Go
it's
ahead,
Bob
go ahead,
Goldie. He
go
was like, man, I wish. He said, I pray at night. I pray to God every night that this bitch come back to her knees, crawling to me, nigga.
He said,
I look this nigga at this nigga like this nigga's.
that nigga got religious.
Let me say that same prayer too, though.
He said that first before
The crazy thing about it is
How was it?
went
What
through
y'all
yours.
remember? What y'all remember from it though? Say it.
That's where parking lot came in full effect. Like that's where we really know that you was a good communicator, nigga. Like
What you mean I was a good communicator?
Because you was very honest about what you went through, and I think like you was like one of the first people, to be honest about what you was going through and not care to be judged about it. You get what I'm saying? Just to be honest about what really happened, with you and your situation and how you was actually feeling in the moment. And so that came from you though. That basically came from you because you was like very, honest about what you was going through. So we used to be out there in the parking lot talking to you for like an hour, and you give us like how you felt, what happened, what you think you should like did different or shit like that, or how could the situation play out differently. Like you was very like vocal about that.
Yeah.
I was very vocal about that, but I also knew that she changed your rap career too, because you didn't want to rap at that no more. she was on
my
one
first
track,
song, bro.
and the track was you was on the phone talking to her. Then she's
on
like
the track.
getting mad at you, then hung right up on you, and then look at the irony of that.
That was the
Yeah.
He was spitting real shit on his tracks.
It's real shit. It really, it really came. It really came
This
to
song
life.
was about a breakup too. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy, and it really came to life.
That was when I first had met at the time.
Yeah,
But
that's
no, I
crazy.
looked at it as
East
like-
African girl. That was her name on his phone. He was so hype about that.
That was his favorite bar from Kendrick Lamar.
I know, East
She had my
African
man
girl.
Think about that. She
Like
had
he-
my man gone.
like he
bro.
in the West
So
African
yeah, my
nigga.
She had
man
my man
gone.
gone.
Like he in the West African nigga though. Like like an African nigga, that's the same shit. Like that ain't no foreign nigga.
No, but about that honesty shit though. I looked at it more as like I said, I was so ready to like just talk to anybody who wanted to talk back. It's like I never understood about niggas, like not even niggas, but people, like whenever they wanted advice or need advice from somebody, why not keep it real? You feel what I'm saying? It's like it's hard to help somebody. It's hard to give them sound advice if a motherfucker telling you half the story.
That's facts.
I never understood that. So in that case, I'm asking y'all how to get my bitch back. I gotta let you know what I did to her.
Yeah.
A regular nigga, I ain't do nothing to her. I just walked in. You know what I mean?
No, you was
No,
trying to
I
just-
smacked that food on the floor and I choked up. I probably shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that definitely shaped who you was too, cause I never forget that. That's like the worst. That's the worst I seen you, bro.
He
Like,
was down and out.
Bro, I ain't
you
listen.
spent an hour. You like, yo, bro. I didn't think he was working at the time. How bad you was in that parking lot.
I lost weight and everything.
Yeah,
I ain't want
bro.
to eat. I
But-
couldn't sleep. Bro, it was so bad that like I ain't even want to like I always wanted to be busy. I didn't even want to be at home just fucking thinking about it. So this is so I always wanted to go to work, and as soon as I clocked in, it's like, yo, I just want to go home. Like it was just like a paradox that I just couldn't get the fuck out of.
You
dog.
know, you fucked up when you mad while you making sad while you making money. Like you get what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
sad while you making paper. Like
The
that's
day
a
used to
fucked
go
up
by
feeling.
so fucking slow, and then it used to
Yeah.
be even more depressing because I'm thinking like, damn, I'm about to get off of work and go home to an empty bedroom again.
He left a
Nigga,
void in
man,
nigga
that
life,
was-
Bro,
man. That was
I
crazy.
couldn't eat. I couldn't, dog.
Now
That shit
I was
different.
eating. I was been a greedy nigga, but I was in my room for like 4 days in a row. Now me and P had to like, yo, like listen,
Get the fuck up.
You know,
What you
P-
doing in your room?
Listen, P funny as shit, right? So like I remember Ozzy and they first walked past, right? And Ozzy like he going to the bathroom. You know, P retarded. Like I get
Yeah.
nervous, like, come on, Ozzy, right?
Yeah.
So they open the door. When they open the door, they like kind of like peeking in my room and
Yeah.
shit, like you know what I mean? And then he said, bro, you been in this room for like 4 days. Man, get the fuck up and get the fuck out, nigga. The fuck is you doing, bro? I looked at them niggas. I'm like, all right, here I come right now.
Get the fuck up.
Here I come right now. You said what I was doing in my room? I was on Twitter, writing bars. I'm trying to get back. It's like, no.
Nah,
that
what
wasn't
about you,
that,
bro?
Me thinking about it now, and I feel like I kind of set it up.
What made you feel like you set it up?
I feel like I already kind of felt like the shit was going down already. So I kind of like set it up for me to make sure so I could see it with my own eyes because that's the point where we was at. You know what I'm saying? So me and her end up going out to a bar. We both just turned 21 around the same time. You know what I'm saying? We both go to a bar. I get her drunk as hell. So we in the wheel on the way back. Like she drunk, sleeping. The crazy part is,
This
I
nigga
still
Rick
got,
Ross, y'all.
Listen,
This nigga set this bitch up.
listen.
I'm gonna get this
Yeah,
bitch
no.
pickle.
And the crazy part is, I could go on my old email address and I still got the emails from the pictures from when I called her because this back before they had phones, had screenshots, anything. So everything
used
I
to
got
push it in
off
the
her phone,
emails, yeah.
Yeah, I just sent my shit. I just sent her shit to my email. So everything, her phone, her text message, everything, I sent this shit to my email.
Wait, so you saying, all right, y'all was on the way back.
On
She
the
was
way
in the
back,
car
I'm driving.
asleep.
Yeah, she's so fried. She went to sleep. I'm drinking, but I ain't really drinking. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm like,
Wait,
man,
so
I
you
ain't taking
driving
no time.
and going through her phone and sending shit
No,
while you
bro,
driving?
listen, I'm so smart. She's drunk. She's asleep. I get all the way to the crib and pull up. I'm parked now.
Oh, all right.
So it's time for me to get out the wheel. But you know when a chick drunk, you have to get him up, carry him and all that. Like, so
Yeah.
she drunk as shit. She drunk like that. I got the picture of her drunk as shit. I would show y'all, but it's too embarrassing. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, you know what I mean?
She was
so
was ugly as shit in that
No,
show.
yeah.
No,
listen,
that's
so when I
crazy
go
if he
to-
still got it. He talking about, I'll
listen,
show you,
yeah,
nigga. Where that shit
I'll
at?
sign into my old email and show y'all niggas after this. Off,
That's your
off the
pickle.
record.
Oh, all right.
Off the record, you know what I'm saying?
Cotton
But-
muffin and everything.
off the record. But yeah, so I park up. So I go through the jack. So mind you, this is like 2 days after my birthday. That's how I remember the date and everything. It's like 2 days after my birthday. It's on November 23rd. So, you know what I
Damn.
mean? I go on the phone and I straight go to her messages. It had an N on there. So, you know, they call me Nazi. I'm thinking it's me at first. But I'm like, no, I'm
Oh,
my boyfriend.
nigga.
At that time, I'm under something else if I'm the man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, man, I've been together 3 years. I know I'm saved under something else.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on that joint. I go straight on the end joint, bang off the rip. I see, yeah, how was them shrimps yesterday? They talking about food at first. I'm like, oh, I don't know who this is. So let me scroll up a little bit more, go to
Yeah.
the old text messages. November 22nd, she sent this nigga the same picture, naked picture that she sent me.
Crafty.
Damn.
The same nude. I'm like, oh, shout out, I was special. I'm like, she sent this to me for my birthday. This back in the day, you know, like, I ain't gonna say back in the day, I'm a little older, but, yeah, I mean, niggas wasn't really getting flicks and shit like that. Yeah, I mean, I was.
That nigga had the first razor phone.
It's great. No,
You know
that
what
shit.
I'm
That
saying?
situation fucked up
Yeah.
because if you and the nigga get the same nude, who she took it
On my
for? Like,
birthday, though,
no,
like-
but you like who got the duplicate? Like who she sent it to
Bro,
first?
it don't matter.
Me,
She
me,
just killed.
nigga.
You
I
feel what I'm
know,
saying?
But I know I got it first because I got mine on the 20th. He got his on the 21st.
Oh, all right.
Listen,
Oh, all
she
right.
just
That
killed-
would have been worse though. He
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
got his
No,
first.
Man, that
Yeah.
shit still felt the same, nigga. Like
She killed two birds with one stone. Fuck, he probably like, damn, bitch, we get a pic. She probably say, I
Yeah.
just sent this to this nigga the other day.
Oh, for my birthday, talk about happy birthday. Like, come on, bro. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So,
Dang, she gave another
let me
nigga
tell you
your
how.
birthday
Let me
pic.
tell you how crazy this shit work. Like, I set this shit up so right. Like, let me tell you how this shit works. So, I was thinking about texting the boy from her phone.
Yeah.
Mind you, as I'm getting ready to go through the text, the phone ring, bang. I'm like, yo, what's up? He like, yo, who this? I'm like, nigga, who this? And he like, yo, who this? I'm like, yo, nigga, you calling my girl phone? He said, your girl. I'm like, oh, God. Say the boy, hang up, man. Yo, get the fuck out my car, bitch. Walk like yourself. I don't give a fuck how drunk you is, cuz.
Damn.
I don't give a fuck how
Nigga
drunk
was
you
tough
is.
as shit. Nigga was offended.
No, listen, once he said your girl, once he questioned me about it, I said, it's either she go with both of us or I'm a motherfucking fool.
Damn.
That's
That's
both of our girl or it's none of our girl because I'm the fuck out of here.
So you,
bro.
was
Like-
you going through it though?
Bro, so listen, when it first happened, I was so sick. That's why these niggas used to make jokes about it. Like, I drove this when I had a Buick Century, bro. This is my first wheel. I'm 21. This is my first wheel. I had a Buick Century. I remember that shit, bro. I'm doing like $150 down Steiner Ave in that Buick. That shit about to catch on fire. That shit about to catch on fire, nigga. Like that shit's gonna need a gasket, cause I'm doing $150 down Steiner Ave.
I'm dashing home, doing
This is shit that niggas used to sing, like, bro. Like I used to, like, bro. I drove home. So if I ask these niggas, they like, yo, I got home so quick, came in the crib. I'm glad, like, downstairs at the old spot used to be popping, bro.
Yeah, it was so many people there.
Every day, no matter what time you came in, it was somebody there. So you never go walk in like with the sad face. None of that. You know what I'm saying?
You get the shit together at the door.
Yeah, so all y'all had to do, could do was cry in the shower.
Yeah, so listen, I pull up and I ain't crying in no shower.
I ain't never cried about it, though.
Yeah. Listen,
that's a figure of speech, though. Like,
I pull up in a lot. I sit in the wheel for like 30 minutes before I go in the spot, bro. I go in the spot. I forgot who was downstairs at the time. I can't remember exactly who was downstairs, but I looked at everybody. I said, what's up? I tried to play it off. I couldn't. I just went right upstairs. Boing. Ain't nobody even peep. I went right upstairs, bro. I was in my room. I went to sleep, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I tried to sleep that shit off, bro. I couldn't sleep for like a week after that shit, bro. Like,
I
still,
listen,
bro,
the
crazy part was so bad, bro. I used to call her, start talking to her about it. As soon as she used to say something, I used to bang. Like, bro, I couldn't even deal with that shit no more, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to. The one thing I did after it happened, like, I kept trying and trying, bro. But that shit.
What you mean you kept trying?
Trying to still talk to her. I couldn't get that shit out of my mind, bro. I could not get
so
that
you
shit
end up
out
breaking
my
up
mind.
with her?
But I could never speak to her again after that.
Yeah.
Listen, though, so shit got so bad, though, bro. Listen, I already felt like she was cheating. Because, listen, like, boy used to be invited to cookouts that I couldn't come to. Like, I wasn't invited to certain shit. I'm like, well, damn, like, why you don't want me to come? I'm a young boy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's the reason why.
But then I peeped, like, I'm like, oh, he could go, but I couldn't go. Like, so it was
what
like,
you think that was the
It
boat?
was like rotating events.
That's the reason why boy said, nigga, your girl. Because
nigga,
I was with her mom the other day.
She had me believe that was her cousin. Like,
Damn, hold on, time out. What type of mom will allow her daughter to have two boyfriends?
I ain't gonna say that, bro.
Well, it's because
I'm not gonna say it aloud, but
my mom used to mind her business a lot.
Yeah,
but
my mom used to mind.
It got to the point. My mom saying, like, you go somebody over and spending time. You know, it wasn't like perfect for like 3 years, but you know, it was like off and on. So like, I ain't gonna say it was like a. I ain't even gonna get into that.
Yeah, I'm just saying though. I can't imagine me being a pop. I see my daughter go
with a daughter though, but with a son, that's gonna
two
be different.
Two different bitches. They was
I used to bring chicks in all the time. I got to the point where my mom just not even. She never even cared about names no more. Hey baby, hey sweetheart, like shit like that. Like, you know what I mean?
That's true, bro. You right. My mom was supposed to mind her business because that's still a child regardless. If I know the back in her head, she be like, damn, what the fuck did I go rogue at?
So what type of techniques or secrets y'all did to like handle y'all feelings? Like, how did y'all handle it, like, going through? Like, how do y'all deal with y'all feelings?
I do everything under the sun, bro. Like, I used to be outside 24/7. Like, I'm gonna go anywhere. Nigga having a party, I'm gonna show up there. Like,
that's how you cope with it.
That's how I got through that shit, bro. Nigga have a get together, I'm there, bro. Matter of fact, actually, no. You know what I did? I started hanging out with my old heads. That's when I started hanging out with Lodge and Keem all the time, bro. Like, I started hanging out with my old heads, like, heavy, like.
Wild Wednesday.
Yeah, like me and my man.
Did it help or no?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, we used to go crazy every day we used to go out, but we used to go crazy, bro.
That's
like,
why I'm mad that when we got old enough, these niggas retired. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I used to go out all the time, like, so it was like, bro, like, that's how I got over it. That was my way back then.
What type of music y'all was listening to?
I wasn't listening to no sad shit. See, I want a nigga that don't really give a fuck about music the way, like, music into my feelings, because I could be happy as hell and I want to listen to a love song, or I could be mad as hell and listen to a song that'll make you happy, you know what I'm saying? Or,
I guess, like, how I handle mines, right? I'm more so, like, when it first happened, I just was more so salty and embarrassed. So that wasn't even, like, I didn't stay in the room after that Twitter shit, because I just took it back, because, like, the way like I told you, the way she kicked it was like, that was her nigga, you know. I said nigger. This nigga racist. My bad. But that was her nigga and shit like that. So I'm like, damn, you know what? That was your nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I respect it is what it is. He just did some clown shit. Like, you know, but that was me probably telling myself not to face reality anyway, or what she really was. You get what I'm saying? At that time. Like, no disrespect to her, but so then we you know, I took it back. I just wasn't doing no social media shit with her no more. And then the fact that I wasn't doing no social media shit with her, and a bitch DM me like, yo, the matter of fact, she tweeted me again like, this happened twice. She said, "How you saucy underscore Taz girlfriend, but you sucking and fucking my baby father every night?" I went right to the deal, like, "Oh, sis, like that ain't my girl." Like,
you in it too.
yeah,
He
like,
tried to disown and that's it.
yeah, bro. Like I
He
had
tried
various
disowning.
fans with social media.
Yo,
You
yeah,
right?
you
That's
went
probably the reason why I don't do that
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, bro, you went
So
viral.
I'm like, yo, I DM the bitch like, yo, don't. I said, that ain't my girl. Like, don't delete that tweet. Like, why you doing all that? Well, I thought you went with her. I'm like, I don't go with her. Like, well, like, why you telling me this? That ain't none of my business. Like, that's
Right.
you and your baby father business.
Right.
Like, you telling me the wrong shit. And, so after that, like, I kind of, that's what kind of made me really stop fucking with her, because it was a more sort of respect line. Like, you was a nigga side bitch, whatever. Either way, he was kicking it. I remember
No, you was right cooking it.
cooking it too. The boy baby mom would send me pictures of like, yo, I don't know why your girl come to my house last night. Like, he not here with me tonight. It was over his house. Like, she ain't here with me tonight. I'm like, why you keep sending me this shit? I remember the girl was trying to give me some yams at one point too, but I didn't want to be in that that love triangle shit. Like, cause y'all two you mad cause your baby father love her. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He ain't fucking with you no more. So you try give me some yams, but I'm already hurt because I was claiming this bitch, and I just got embarrassed twice.
He ain't want the revenge.
Like, you know, when I say
yams.
fool on once, shame with me. Fool me once, shame on you. How that saying go? I was a fool twice, nigga. I was boo boo the fucking fool.
He was a fool
nigga.
3 times because you ain't take the revenge.
I know,
yams.
bro.
Yo, so no, listen, everybody said, you know what, everybody said it, but that bitch
story.
is wild, bro. I think like she was crazy. Like, she wanted to like, let's go seafood, because the way she was acted, I knew if I was around her, she would have took the picture. Send it to my ex. And at this point, my ex was ratchet. You know, I used to love the ratchet bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she came down because I didn't want to talk to her no more because of the situation. Bitch, you cheated on me. I don't want to fuck with you no more. She came down. I never seen this bitch in sweatpants and the scarf on day of my life. Mom, she used to spend a night. Bitch never always had her hair that she never played that shit, bro. This bitch came out with a scarf tied up, sweatpants on, and some fucking J's on her feet. Knocked on my door like, yeah, nigga, all that shit you was talking, you want to answer my phone calls? Listen, when she first knocked, I'm like, who is it? She said her name. I'm like, me and Pete looked at each other like, fuck, we was playing the game. This bitch ain't really come down here because I blocked. I'm like, I ain't going through this no more, man. I got to move forward. Like, it's two things. First the track. Now you got this nigga baby mom DMing me.
That
like,
was two different niggas?
And
Yeah.
technically, so like it was only one, I guess, would be technically during my relationship.
Yeah.
Because the first one
I'm
was
saying, but
before.
the one-
No,
That
she's
spit
saying
the
that
rap.
the nigga that
Made
did the
the
track
song.
is that the same?
No, that's not the
No,
same
two
nigga.
different niggas, yeah.
So it's two different niggas.
Yeah, that's
And the nigga that made the song was still knocking it down and all that, bro. That'd have been it. I probably have been cut that off. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it was a whole different nigga. And I'm like, damn, you got the boy baby mom DMing me. And then calling me, telling me everything. I want to give him my number. I don't know why I did that shit too. Because at first I guess I was gonna do some revenge shit. But that after that, I started seeing how weird she was. So I'm like, I can't fuck with that. You get what I'm saying?
Was she bad?
No, she was like, I think my ex girl looked better than her. I think she was like, that's why I think her baby father was on her so much.
Oh, alright.
Because the baby mom, the first, you know what they say, you ain't a real nigga unless your first baby mom ugly. I guess I ain't a real nigga then. How about you?
No, I ain't.
You're the real nigga. I fact.
I
So
ain't a real
look,
nigga.
so his first baby mom to me was light, in my opinion. But you know, everybody, and this is what it is. But so she came down with our homie. Came down to the crib, tried to rumble me and all that, scratch my face up.
I think I remember that night. He came with a car full of bitches, right?
It was only two of them though. No, they came a car full.
What night I'm thinking about then?
That was some other bitches. That's
Yeah,
All right, well,
they ain't that.
She
but
came dolo, cuz.
she came with her homie. There's them two. The homie sat in the car the whole time. She
Why the
came, popped
homie
her head
always
out.
come to bullshit like that? Like what the
Like-
homie
like if I would've
responsibility? We
not,
gotta have
like-
a girl know- what is the home? I'm gonna look in the camera. What is your responsibility?
They get
What y'all
knocked.
there
They
for?
get knocked the fuck out
What
with
the
her.
fuck is y'all there for?
Because if
Like,
I'd have knocked that block off her fucking shoulders, what the hell would have did to you if you would have came up to
but
me?
y'all was grinding me up earlier about choking somebody. You
No,
talking
no,
about
I
knocking
still
somebody's
ain't
head
say
off their
that.
fucking
I still
shoulders?
ain't say nothing.
But she came to my
He
crib.
said I still ain't
Bro,
say that.
technically, I said if.
Don't put me in it. Let me look at the
Bro.
camera. Don't put me in it.
Bro, I said if the bitch scratched my neck up and all that shit, I ain't even put my hands on. You get what I'm saying? So I ain't with all that shit anyway. But
So
I said,
the
I
first
ain't
would have
gonna
jumped
lie
in
to
and what you
y'all.
would have did to the
Listen,
I
front.
said if.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Look like that nigga was rumbling Wolverine. Cause
Yeah, that shit, my shit, that shit was open. I
He
can't
was
even play
scratched
ball. That shit
up.
was burning without sweat, nigga.
he was scratched
You
up.
take a shower. I thought I had a couple stitches in this
So that
motherfucker.
shit was
That
burning.
nigga was
when I
scratched
sweat.
up
That
for
bitch
14 days.
That bitch scratched my neck so hard I lost my voice. That bitch she scratched my voice box. Nigga, I was hurt. I was hurt. I got my ass whipped and cheated on. Like I don't think nobody went out sadder than me. Cause
All right, so everybody said their story. If y'all could go back in time, what would y'all change about that? About that
To
whole
me,
situation?
one thing I learned now, what I don't, I ain't gonna go through nobody's phone. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, I seen the signs first, and it was a sign, and I followed it, and I look at it as a learning experience. But I would never go through nobody's phone ever again in life. That's just it.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
I think I learned that two things. First thing, never put any bitch up on your social media or your boyfriend. The ladies watching too, because that's it's just all about embarrassment. You know, at the end of the day, and I do believe that people can move forward if they're not embarrassed. Like you get what I'm saying. So if you get embarrassed publicly, it's kind of hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
Because everybody judgments, opinions, and how people gonna view you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that might be a bad thing.
It's like your bitch cheating in public or cheating in private.
Yeah, so
it's easier to take the private back because you ain't gotta look nobody in their face.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
listen,
yeah,
public
that's I guess
or private,
it's still the
that
same
shit
thing. It's still the
feel like a knife going through your motherfucking heart. Cause
What,
do,
the
but-
private or the public?
both niggas fucking talking about.
one is like a machete and one is like a little kitchen knife.
No,
They still body you though.
No,
both hurt
it
you,
still
cuz.
hurt. It still
still
hurt
bother
though.
That
But
shit make it be
no,
26
being
hours
no,
in a day, bro.
Being
Like, that
salty
shit.
in public is different though.
It is. It's both. But I'm just saying. To me, I feel the same. I don't care.
So you think that if your girl cheated on you, right, and nobody knew about it, it would hit as hard as if your girl cheated and she got exposed with a video and everybody can see it?
Listen, yeah, yeah, right. Because listen, I might
Like,
can
you
take
get what
you
I'm
back
saying?
if it's
Yeah.
in private, but if it's in public, and
It's a
everybody
different.
see
That's a hit different. So that was the first thing I would say. Leave social media alone for the relationships, and the second thing is like just go with your gut feeling. Because if it something like that come up in a relationship, you know it's going to end the same way. Because if I would have stopped it right then and there, the second boy with the baby mom would never even been a problem. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what you would have changed was just leaving her right then and there.
Right then and there when it
As soon as you
happened.
heard the
Yeah, I
bar.
could have been like, I understand that could have been before my time, but like the way it played out publicly, I'm just not with that. I had the feeling after that it wasn't even the same after that. Like you get what I'm saying?
I'm trying to see what would I change. I don't know. Looking back, I was a nut ass nigga, right? Looking back, I don't regret it though because it did made me the man I am now. You know what I mean? I'm still to this day, I'm still honest with my feelings and stuff like that. I don't mind, putting that out there, but how I think how I went through, I think I just had to go through that at least one time in my life. Cause I think the longer it take, the worse. If I would have went through that shit when I was like 12, 13,
Come on,
it would have prepared me for that situation right there. But the fact that was my very first joint.
You know what? I think I think it's to a certain extent because I think that if you go through a breakup tomorrow or in the future, I still think it still is going to play effect.
It's still going to affect you, but it's not going to affect you in a way, or at least it's not. You're not going to let it affect you in the way that it did before. It's still going to affect you. I'm not taking away from it because the feelings you got for the person, but your past experience basically trains you for this moment. You remember what you did last time and how to get through it, and you remember that it is a light at the end of this tunnel. Because at the time, let's be honest, you was in that room for 4 days. You didn't know, you ain't think that shit was gonna ever end.
I thought
I'm coming around your house every fucking night, bro. I didn't think that shit was gonna end.
Yeah, but see, 4 days, that's really not that much. I want to play devil's advocate. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying?
No. What I'm saying is, look, technically,
you said look.
This is what I'm saying.
Even
4 days.
what I went through, if my wife cheated on me, I don't give a fuck what I did to my girlfriend when I was 21. If I got another woman and that's my wife and I find out some shit, it could be the same exact scenario. I feel as though I wouldn't get over it as quickly as I did with my girlfriend from my experience when I was 21. So you said it couldn't get no worse. Like what I'm trying to say is that don't nothing prepare you for that depending on how you feel about that person.
Hey, so if you marry somebody, that means
You know what I'm saying?
that-
Like I feel as though if
feel
my wife did the same shit that my ex chick did, it would hurt more because I feel as though I'm more invested in that situation. You know what I'm saying? When I'm 21, that's just love. Like, you know what I'm saying? we really ain't got. I ain't gonna say we ain't had no money because you 21, you getting out to your life, you getting money and all that, but you still kind of like kids. You know what I'm saying? That's still like a younger.
No, I understand that. I'm saying in a way where like I'm not saying that the next situation not gonna affect you, but I'm just saying like looking back and remembering where you was at that time when it first happened, and remember that you actually got through it to make it to this second time. That's the light at the end of the tunnel, opposed to it happening the first time and you didn't go through this before, so you don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. No, what I'm saying when I brought that up, I'm saying like Tonka, you thinking like you was in a room for those 4 days, right? I'm saying by day 2 or day 3, you didn't think that shit was gonna ever end. You didn't know you had one more day left in this room until you got out. That's basically what I'm saying.
All right. I ain't think like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You thought that shit was gonna never end, nigga. That's how you.
I knew that shit was gonna end.
Yeah.
I just didn't know the time.
Then I probably was a bitch ass nigga more than y'all
like
because I didn't think that shit was gonna end. I didn't think it was gonna end. The way I was feeling, I didn't think that shit was gonna end. The only way I thought it was gonna end, I said, listen, this is probably the devil. Let me go back and like call my exes. Maybe it's some shit that I
with the church, bro.
Maybe it's some shit that I gotta go back and hash in the past though.
That's
maybe
why he rocked the
this my
cross.
karma.
This nigga got God by his side 24/7.
That's why he rocked the gold cross down, Pete, bro.
No, let's fast forward. We ended up getting back together and we had Kenzie. So I'm glad that we got back together because
you had your daughter.
I had my daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
After I had my daughter, it's like I don't need you no more. So when we broke up after that, it's like it definitely didn't affect me the first way it did because shit, I got somebody I love way more. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, that's real shit.
So yeah, that's
I stayed in that room for 4 days. I was more so embarrassed, bro, and I was more so salty too, though, because I was just talking like I said before, like I was talking like all girls is whores. So like I used to tell niggas like don't get no girl from me because you young and we all gonna make mistakes.
You more in the moment when you at that age, you know what I'm saying? You more living in the moment.
Yeah, like you get what I'm saying? We live in that moment so much that I may help my bitch to get another bitch mad. And that backfired on me.
No. Listen.
What did he say he did?
I did. I made what you call my girl because I went through some shit with your folks. Like you get what I'm saying? So that's why she became my girl. She did some nut ass shit and went back with her boyfriend that was going to college, and then she started posting on her Instagram. I said, all right, that's cool, it happens. You know what I mean? And then I guess broke it off with her. And then I remember she texted my phone like, yeah, I'm a free agent, you a free agent, let's make this official December 3rd. And I was just like, no, bitch.
Get that game.
Wait, that's a chick you bought flowers for?
Damn. Exposing, bro.
I bought flowers for the hood legend. Like she didn't even hear them. Rest in peace to the real one.
Oh, all right.
I don't remember. Did I buy flowers for her?
I don't remember. I can edit this out.
Listen.
Like, I ain't think
I probably did. I don't remember that though. I probably remember if I did, but I could have.
I remember.
I think I got like a teddy bear or some shit like that. I like her.
It was something.
I got a son. I think it was a teddy bear. I liked her.
I remember.
But long story shorter, I was like, yeah, man, fuck you, bitch, basically. And I made so my first girlfriend, and she wound up,
That was gonna be my next thing.
That's
like,
karma.
did y'all ever use somebody to get over somebody?
Obviously, it didn't work for me. I just explained it.
So I use what I use was like going out a lot and like just going crazy. I ain't gonna put too much of my business out there, but you know what I'm saying? Like I was more just going out and just doing what I wanted to do, like just using the free time.
I was snapping at them. I said,
no, when I was going through what I was going through, I was still getting ass I was still getting ass at the same time, but that shit ain't work. Back in the day, that shit used to work for me. Like when I was going through something, when I was a young boy, like, whatever. Then as soon as I start talking to a chick and like, even when I do hit them, it's like, man, fuck that last bitch. But when I got older, I realized that like, yo, this shit different because when I went through this situation, when I got some yams after that shit did not work. That shit made me feel worse for some reason. That shit made me feel. I was fucked up, bro.
That your ex pussy must be so good that you can't even get no new pussy.
No, he still was thinking of that.
It wasn't even about the good part.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't about the good part. It was more. It was just like.
Because I'm gonna keep it a big I'm about to say, because the more bodies I got, the less I care, bro.
It wasn't about
like,
that. It was just more about like the damn, like
the more
I still feel the same. Like, bitch, you feel what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I really didn't after that. Like my second breakup, bro, I just like literally just was snapping.
That was it.
I just was snapping.
No, I think that was a trauma snap because
Yeah,
you snapped
that's how
the
most
very.
niggas
You
do
said your second breakup. Your first breakup, you already felt.
No,
it.
because I was sick the first time. That's why I couldn't. I think
That's what
I think I had COVID before it came out. I was in
You
my room quarantining, nigga. Fuck you talking about? I've been quarantining, nigga.
was in a room quarantine, but the bitch ain't had you in the room for 4 days.
That's what I'm saying. I was in my room quarantining, bro.
Oh,
by
I
myself.
thought you say you was actually sick.
That's why I said like the second one didn't even phase me.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I mean? Like I probably went out. You always go out sad when a breakup because you never want to believe that can happen to you. It's definitely an ego bruiser, no matter for who it is. Like again, I'm saying like whether you was cheating and they ended on you, or they was cheating and and still ended it. Either way you put it, it's still over.
Yeah.
No matter how it played out, it's still over. And I don't think my second one was messy for real. It's just that we just like, and at least from my point of view, my perspective, like
When I learned,
we just like it just was that. You get what I'm saying? And so. I don't think that was bad, but
when I learned from that breakup though, what I actually learned from it, or better yet, if I can go back in time and change, would I change something? What I would change was like, I used to send during the breakup or whatever, I used to send her like messages, long message, like not super long messages, but like little like yo. You really left? That's crazy.
I can't believe you.
like shit
I'm
like
still
that.
thinking you, man. I can't believe
Dog,
you.
listen, not getting no reply back. It got to a point. I remember. I would never forget this. Like I was sending that shit for 2 weeks.
I've been
straight.
there before.
After the second week, it was over. After the second week, I said, I'm not sending nothing no more.
But listen, so now you know what's so crazy because you've been in that position before. I've been in before at a young age too.
Mm-hmm.
Now that woman be like, oh. Nigga, you don't care if I leave you.
Ooh.
You ain't fighting for it because when you
that
did
shit is
that,
confusing, bro.
when you did shit like that, you was a nut-ass nigga. You got clown for it, nigga. You talking all this shit like you wasn't in my
girls
messages.
always
like,
want you to
say?
put some fucking energy behind them, but
Future on Twitter, Drake in my messages. Like you remember that joint that used to go around.
Yeah.
So like it's like you do learn from your experience. So you do put that energy.
That's what
out
I learned
there.
from.
You think women want that, and then you realize like, no, bro, you make yourself look weak. You make yourself look less of a man, and then they feel like they got the ball in their court. You really don't gotta like, bitch, I'll jump off a bridge if you don't text my phone back. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, or I gotta, spend a bunch of money because you're not responding. I'm gonna pop up to your house. Well, nigga, pop up to my house to let me know that you love me. You ain't even do none of that. Like, no, that's toxic, bro. If you really wanted me to be there, I called your phone. I'm letting you know
that's what I learned because like if me going back in time, like I did way too much. I gave her 13 more days of worth of text messages that I don't see myself doing now.
Imagine her talking.
And
imagine her talking and having this conversation to her friends about this nigga.
You said that every day?
This my
13 reasons.
He said 13 reasons. It wasn't.
So
listen,
it was like a long draw, or was it?
No. It wasn't like no long drawn out. The last message, the very last message before I,
Did you use
I said to myself, I'm like last time I said to myself, I'm like, yo, if she don't respond back to this joint, it's over.
So
And she
didn't
respond back to that one, and it ended up being over.
Did you use commas and periods?
Yeah,
it was too long.
No, he said
yeah.
Yeah, it was too long. Nigga wrote a book.
Yeah, but she wasn't having that. So that was it. That was the only thing I regret though. Like going backwards, I wouldn't do that. And I guess it traumatized me to this day because to this day, since that situation, we ended up
reach out like that.
We ended up getting back together and having Mackenzie, and then we ended up getting. But I never been the same person. That's a whole different conversation. I never been the same.
That's the same thing for women. But women, it tends to be on a worse side. What I mean by that is you get that up front. Like, they're not trusting the nigga up front and they complain about a lot of shit because they been through a lot. Versus us, we just be like, ours be more on the back end. Like, if you like walk away, all right, well, fuck you then. Like, all right, cool. Like, I'm just going to leave it at that. Versus them, like, since day one, like, let me see your phone. Like, well, who that on your picture? Because all that's from their past relationships. So theirs normally be in the front end, ours normally be on the back end.
So what advice y'all gotta give to somebody that's probably going through a breakup right now?
Get some pussy.
Like what y'all learned? What y'all learned from y'all experiences?
Get some pussy.
What y'all going to tell me back in the day?
I would have told you gotta do something better to occupy your time, bro. Like you had too much time on your hands when you was talking to anybody. I was telling you had too much time on your hands.
No,
bro.
I called my sister. I called my exes. I called every last one of my friends. I talked to anybody that fucking wanted to fucking hear it.
What I would tell somebody, what I would told you though, is you gotta focus on yourself. Where you gotta occupy your time and focus on yourself. You gotta find something that you like to do and things that you like to do, and just focus on that and just keep moving forward, bro. Eventually, that shit gonna become a thing of the past.
On some real shit, I would tell you, not playing around. I'll tell you like, just accept it. It is what it is, and you can't control it. Like the first step is accept that you can't control the situation, how it played out, and it's not your fault. And you just gotta keep it pushing. You're a grown ass man at the end of the day. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Technically, like, you're gonna experience probably more breakups than this. So you just gotta, if it happened, it was meant to happen, and you just accept it. It's fucked up that it didn't play out the way that you probably would think it would play out. But you gotta keep it moving, and then ultimately just get some pussy.
Yeah,
that always works.
Just get some pussy, like literally.
Yeah, just like what y'all say. I tell a motherfucker, like, you know, go through it, get through it, and remember how you feel.
No, I ain't know all that shit.
No, go through it. You really gotta get through it. Ain't no shortcuts to it. Ain't no
I'm
fucking
mad
bitches to do it, to get through it. Ain't no, like, you're gonna go through it no matter how you go through it. Everybody they're gonna have to sit there and look at yourself and go through it.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Every single day it get easier and easier. Whether you know that, whether you see it or not, whether you feel the progress or not, it get easier and easier. So 1 month from now, from y'all breakup, you look back and realize that I'm still fucked up, but I'm not in the shape that I was 30 days ago.
The only thing gonna be fucked
it
up
slowly
about,
get better and better.
You're gonna be fucked up about the text messages you sent with the first time.
No. When you
don't
go
send
back,
shit, niggas.
Don't send nothing because
bro.
if she wanted to be back with you, she'll be with
Should
you.
have popped up, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
But
don't
if you
do no
did
clown
send some
shit
bullshit,
I regret more.
You talk to him first, and I'm gonna talk to him.
I regret more of the clown shit I did while I was ending more than how it ended. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Explain that.
So I regret, like, basically, like, taking her back. Still, I'm here on top of Smash. I kept asking, "Is this mine? Is mine?" She's like, "Yeah, it's all yours." I'm like, man, I just straight got soft. Like, what? Like, it's not.
Why you lying to me?
It's not. Like, you know. So it's really not. It was the boys. Like, you know what I mean. And he got her pregnant too. So that really was his. Like, you know what I'm saying. They still together to this day. Like, it really was his. So, like, little shit like that, or just text messages, you know, saying like telling her that she wasn't gonna be shit and the niggas going, you know, cheat on her. Kind of like hating on the person, like, you know what I mean, because you so frustrated. But I would just like, I won't do none of that shit. Like, I like all that shit, or calling the phones multiple times. Like I came to a point that I called somebody one time. You don't answer now. Like, you already, you know, you seen my call. But
I'm there too.
I was younger though. You get what I'm saying?